back to my YouTube channel. So today I want to speak to all of my fashionistas out there on measurements and how to apply them properly to the garment. Now, when I first started sewing, I had an extremely hard time with measuring and how to get the proper fit. So thank you to my dear friend Anita, who is also a designer here in New York. She helped me out tremendously, and I figure since it helped me, why not share and help somebody else? So let's get started. Okay, so first things first is you want to start by taking the measurement of your client or yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around her bust. Now my bust measures in at 39 inches. Then next you want to start at the waist. 31 inches. And then the next you're going to take it down to the hips. And for the sake of this video, I didn't feel like taking this dress off. So the hip measurement will be smaller since, you know. So hip measurement is about 49 inches, and I'm sure it's probably going to be a little bit smaller, but because I have this on, it's making it a little bit bigger than normal. But yeah, so you want to make sure your client has really fitted clothes on so you can get the proper measurements. Okay, so here you see I have my pattern laid on my folded edge of my fabric. And the next thing that I'm going to do is, well, first of all, you're actually always going to leave at least a inch of seam allowance just to make sure that the fit is proper. It's always to leave more room than not to have enough room, because you can always take it in if you have too much room. So, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my measuring tape, and so we're going to start at the bust measurement. So that bust measurement was a 39. So I'm going to go to the 39 on my measuring tape, and I'm going to fold my measuring tape in once, making sure this metal piece meets up with the 39 on my measuring tape. So I folded it in once, and then you're going to fold it in one more time. So this is what your measuring tape is going to look like. Now, you're probably wondering, why did she fold her measuring tape in twice? And I will show you why. Okay, so this is my dress pattern. As you can see, it's not a full dress pattern, only because once you sit your pattern on the folded edge of your fabric and you cut it out and you unfold it, you will have a full dress pattern. Your front or back pattern, you'll have a full one. Well, this is one of the dresses I actually made a while ago. So just imagine the front portion of my top, where the seam is right here. Just imagine that that is the fold. So this will be, half of this will be my pattern that I'm going to use on my fabric, for instance. So the reason why we folded our measuring tape in twice is it represents that half a pattern that I just showed you guys that I use, my dress pattern. That's a half a pattern, not a full one. It represents that half a pattern. So once you cut your pattern on your fabric and you open it up, you will have, it will then become that one fold that you folded in your measuring tape. And then once you do that for the front and back and you sew it together, there you have your full 39-inch bust measurement. So when you fold it in twice, that represents the half of your pattern that you have on the fold of your fabric and that you will cut out to make your front pattern, your full front pattern. And once you have that full front pattern, it'll go from the 2 times that you folded it in it'll then become that one time, the first time you folded it in. And then once you cut both your front and your back pattern and you sew your patterns together, you will have your full 39-inch bust. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a visual of what I'm saying, and just in case what I just said to you didn't make any type of sense, I'm sorry, I'm terrible with words. So I will show you what I mean. So I'm going to fold my measuring tape twice, and then I'm going to take it over to my pattern here. I'm going to set it at the edge of the folded edge of my fabric, right where your bust would be. And you're going to just put a pin in. Well, this is what I do. I just put a pin to mark where my bust measurement will end or where I will need to cut. So that was the 39 inches. Next, I'm going to go to the waist. And I'm going to fold it in at 31 inches because that was my waist measurement. And I'm going to fold it in twice. Sit it where your waist would be. And I will mark 31 stops here. My 31 stops right here where the silver part is. So I'm going to go ahead and stick a pin right here so I know where to cut. Okay, so now I'm going to do my hip measurement. I folded my measuring tape in twice at 49 inches since that was my hip measurement. And I'm going to place my measuring tape at the folded edge of my fabric, right where my hip would be in the dress. And I am going to pin and that's how I apply my measurements to my garment. So the next thing you want to do, you're going to cut out your pattern, but you're just going to follow those pins that you marked on your fabric. And once you cut that out for both sides of your front and back pattern, you will have your full measurement that you've taken for your client. And your garment should fit perfectly. Alright guys, and that is it. I hope you guys understood what I was trying to say. If not, I'm a terrible speaker and I apologize. But if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment and I will answer anything that you have questions on. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you guys next time for my next DIY. Bye.